part of your book. Part of your essay that you wrote. Then you talk about can you basically we're talking about how you talk about the mother that she was killed with her baby. You talk about how women were trapped not to talk. One thing that you said was very interesting to me is basically how opinion became crime on your story, because you say you talk about that in the past you could disagree, you could have different opinion, and suddenly someone starts to kill people because they have different opinion. You talk about the women. I think that they did a poem about all the crime, all the violence. Then she was killed. Then they create the idea of I think it was Muhammad that I don't remember well, but they said like, if I can do it, who will do it for me? So they start to kill in name of the prophet.
Right.
So maybe
and then there are all these apologetic responses of, oh, these were wartime orders and they cannot be applied to regular life. Well, the reality is that 13 countries in the world have laws against apostasy and blasphemy. And they kill people for apostasy and blasphemy, and that's where it comes from. All schools of thought, all four Sunni schools of thought in Islam agree that apostasy should be punished by death. So, thinking about, when you look at the history, there were several deaths, like you said, that basically came about because somebody said something that did not sit well. Now, the people, the apologetics would be like, oh yeah, whatever was said was a murder plot or whatever. Even if it was a murder plot, or it was a poem, or it was something that annoyed the prophet or whatever, um, speaking was not a crime that should be punished like that. Now, one of the things that I actually included in my apostasy article, um, it is the event of, and I think that event is the most clear one, that there was a slave woman who was carrying a child, the third child of her owner. And he basically put a dagger in her stomach and basically killed her. And when it came forward, he said that, oh, because she was saying things against the prophet and she wouldn't stop. And the prophet was like, okay, yeah, sure, then killing her is fine. And there is no consequence of killing her. And he
and
was
what you even said Nick about her life has no he even said Nick, like her life has no value at all.
yeah, her life is no value at all. It's totally fine. And then also, he said her life is no value at all about the woman who was the poetess, who they actually took her breastfeeding child off of her body to kill her. And then when the person who killed her came to him and he was like, oh, I killed this woman and there might be consequences, he was like, her life has no value. Like, two goats are not going to butt their head on her death, so it does not really matter. And then when you think about, the first apostate in Islam was actually a scribe of the Quran. And when he realized that this is not the word of God and he left Islam, there were orders to kill him. And when his brother, who was later a caliph of Islam, he brought the person to the prophet and he asked for forgiveness, the prophet was like he was silent for such a long time that people got uncomfortable. And finally, he granted the pardon. And later on, he said to people that, I was hoping that while I'm silent, somebody would get up and kill him. But you all did not do that. Like, it was like, ha, you missed an opportunity. You should have killed the guy.
I think that was